I'm in a very quiet room, and I can hear maybe a plane outside, but the window is closed. And, oh yes, I hear the constant shh. But it's taken a lot of convincing to convince myself that it's okay. I've got this sound. It doesn't hurt anything. I just happen to have this sound that is constantly playing inside my brain. And playing little games like this can maybe help in working toward habituation when you can just laugh a little bit about it and just sort of be with it. I remember there was some guy, he did tinnitus meditations, and I was supposed to just sit there and close my eyes and be quiet and just be with my tinnitus. And I was having absolutely none of that. I tried, and I'm like, this is just driving me crazy. So now it does not do that. But it is good to try to find a way. I don't know what way you can find, but if you work at it, you can find a way to just be with it, even in silence, and accept it, and laugh at it. Maybe say things that help you move in the right direction, like, hey, this is actually no problem. I've got a sound. It's always playing. But who cares? I've got other things to do. The not caring part is one of the keys to habituation. Because, for a while you can't help it. You do care. Like, what the heck is this sound? And how do I make it go away? But then, how to get to not caring is by accepting it. Okay, I've got a sound. What am I going to do? I'm not going to do anything about it. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have a sound. A lot of people have a sound. A lot of people have tinnitus, and they're famous people. They said that they got used to it. And I'm going to get used to it too. And I have such great news for you. If you can just get used to it and stop caring about it so much, it's not going to be a big deal. And the problem is you make a big deal out of it. And you tell yourself things like, I can't stop thinking about it. And then when you say things like that, it makes it that much more true for you. If you keep saying, I can't stop thinking about it, and I can't sleep, and you're reinforcing this story. So when it comes to being with your tinnitus, you definitely don't want to go about reinforcing this story. You want to start to be with it and say, I'm okay with it. It's not a problem. I'm safe. And for me, I don't know about for you, but before, even when I was in a pretty loud room, I still could hear it. But now, I probably can hear it, but like when there's a lot of other sounds going on, I don't really notice it at all. If I look for it, I think I can find it. Definitely in a quiet room, it is absolutely constantly there. It's loud. It's kind of like that, what do you call it? Like when the television broadcast shuts down, it's like that. And, it doesn't stop, but I accept it. And the wonderful thing about acceptance and then not caring about it is you care about it so little that it's not in your consciousness. And that's what you're trying to get rid of, right? You're trying to get it out of your consciousness. You're trying to get to a point where you don't even notice it. That's what habituation is. But maybe the situation you find yourself in now is you can't help but notice it. You're always noticing it and you can't stop thinking about it. So that's what I was talking about here, about being with your tinnitus in a quiet room, is just what is the message you're going to deliver to yourself, to your subconscious brain, that subconscious brain that makes you anxious, that makes you not be able to stop thinking about it, makes you not be able to sleep maybe. How are you going to talk to yourself and change the story? So I changed the story by saying, I accept it. It's part of me now. And that's a tough pill to swallow at first, but I have such great news for you. If you can accept it and say, there's no danger to me. I'm safe. I can do whatever I need to do. You're going to stop noticing it so much. And it'll probably be gradual. So that means you have to keep working on what you say to yourself and have a message that you repeat often. I know I'm going to be able to habituate. Everybody else does. And, I don't know if I like that. Let me say it another way. Yeah. It's just a sound. It does nothing. I don't care about it. Is there really true silence? No. There's always a sound. I guess you could get in one of those special rooms or something where you can get all sound to be gone, but there's always going to be a sound. So I have a sound. Everybody has sounds. We all have sounds. I have this one sound. Other people have different sounds. I really, really don't care about it. If it were to go away, that would be great, but it's not going to change much because I'm fine even with the sound. There's all kinds of sounds out there. Those sounds are okay too, and it's just really silly to worry about it so much. I'm going to stop worrying about it. I don't care about it. I've got other things to think about. And you see, I'm just trying to really just keep knocking down the idea that this is some important thing that I have to solve, some terrible thing that I have to live my whole life with. Because, I'm going to live my whole life having a great time with the sound. I accept it, and I've come to find that I can do everything I want to do, even with the sound. And it doesn't matter. So that's being with your tinnitus. That's my way of meditating on tinnitus, is getting a message going to myself that I'm okay, that I can handle it, that I can be with the sound. And if you can do that in silence, even if you have to talk to yourself, like right now, I'm looking at myself on the camera. I see myself on the screen. So it's kind of like I'm looking in the mirror, talking to myself. You can do the same thing. Use your phone or use the mirror. And, can you look at yourself and say, hey, self, we're fine. We're doing great. We don't care about this sound anymore. And, if you're in a public place that people might think you're weird, who cares? It's even weirder to go around worrying about it so much. So don't worry about it so much. Get a message going to yourself. Reinforce it again and again, until you really start to believe it. And I just noticed the tinnitus again, but for a while I was kind of rambling on and talking, and I forgot about it. But yeah, I've got a constant ring. It's like that, and it just keeps on going. And I don't know what to say. It doesn't do anything. So I don't have anything I need to do here. Nothing to solve. I can do whatever I want to today. And actually, I think I'm going to hang out with some friends this evening. I'm going to take care of some work. I'm going to work out. I'm going to cook lunch. And I've got a lot I want to do. I look forward to it. So you do the same, okay? And yeah, so my message today, you don't have to spend hours being with your tinnitus. That's not the point. It's just if you go in a quiet room and you can really hear it clearly, start thinking about the message you have for yourself And then I think you're going to find when you're not in not quite so quiet of a room, the sound is going to be even less noticeable. And that's what we're going for. Yeah. So if it drives you up the wall and you can't handle being in the quiet room, then stop. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror on your phone and talk to yourself and say, hey, we can do this, no problem. That's great. Keep doing that. Keep affirming to yourself, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it. I'm going to habituate, and I'm going to live a wonderful life ahead. Because you can. You absolutely can. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.